Good evening, people. Good evening. I see we've got a couple of people in the house already. Hello to our lovely Jane and hello to our lovely Rob. I think I've got sound on. I've double checked that I haven't sometimes I forget to press the button, but I pressed it. We're good. I've got a fringe. I got a haircut last week and I got a fringe. I haven't had a fringe since I was a toddler, I think. I'm kind of like, I'm getting used to it because I've had my hair like parted a certain way for so many years. It's still parting there, but oh well. I'm getting used to it, and it's up because I've been mum mode today. How are we all out there? How are we? Sound good? Thank you, Rob. Thank you. You're always on hand to let me know. I might get a little bit warm. I should be all right. I'm glad sound is good. Sorry about last week. I had the attack of a migraine again, my monthly occurrence, unfortunately. I'm much better now. Back at work and all of that stuff. I had a bit of a chaotic weekend, but I always do. My son had I was hoping to go live on Saturday, but my son had a party, and then it was at one of those soft play, clip and climb and so lots of things going on. So we were there for a birthday party, and then when we were leaving, two of his best mates walked in, so we had to stay for another hour and a half or so. So he could play more. Why not? But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So we're here today to show you the full new Bones and Shadows collection. So I did do a little bit of sneaky peekies before, like a couple of months ago, about the spider and the this and the that, and some little leaks of some things that I did because I just get so excited. But we're going to go through the collection, which is going to be available on Hobby Maker at 7 o'clock on what day? Thursday. I just couldn't remember the time the other day, what time the show was. I had to go onto their thingy and look it up and search back through my emails, but I found it. So we are on Hobby Maker on Thursday. Hopefully if I make it there, because the car's playing up and it's got to go into the garage tomorrow, so I don't know how I'm going to get to work tomorrow, but I'll figure that out later. I mean, it just all comes at once, doesn't it? But so anyway, to the collection. We've got 3 new A6 stamp sets and 3 new die elements or sets. One set, 1 sentiment and 1 texture die. And then we've got 2 more stencils to add to our stencil collection. So shall we have a little sneaky peeky at them? And I shall say straight off, I want to thank our lovely Jane Robinson, who is in the chat today, who kindly has agreed to make samples for me. So I really appreciate that. So thank you, Jane. For me, it gives another angle to a product. I come from it from how I use it or how I kind of create, but it's so refreshing to have someone else's eyes on it and a different take on it and different products. So I'm going to go through my samples and Jane's samples in a moment. If you don't know Jane, I've worked with Jane before when I worked for Creative Crafting World, so that's Paper Boutique and all that. She was a fantastic sample maker then, so I felt really confident when I approached her about helping me out with this. So thank you, Jane. And also she has a YouTube channel, so you can catch her if you're not already subscribed to that. Also, don't forget to subscribe to mine. Blah. Anyway, so I'm going to put samples to one side to start with, and we will, if I flippity-flew you around, because I've got all the bits here, but it might be easier to see on the desk. Where's my desk cam? I've got a few things in shot, so let's just flippity-flew you. Yeah, that's cool. And ding. So first, let's go for the Skull and Bones stamp set. So it's a bit glary because of the lights, but I have stamped everything out onto show boards so you can see it. So this was my little skeleton who I think I shared, there was a cartoon that I used to watch when I was a kid called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and there was just this amazing Grim Reaper character, and he's not exactly like him obviously, but he is an esque of him. So in this stamp set, like I said, A6 stamp set, we have 2 different size bones, so then you can use that for different elements. We've got the kind of pentagon star, but also I've got the circle, so you can incorporate those together or have them as separate, because I like to use those things as little stampy bits. We've got like a jaggedy kind of scribbly texture which I created, and we've got in kind of like quite small delicate writing, keep it spooky and look beyond now, there we go, like scribbly. And then we've got the skelly bone faces now. So I've done him in like a slightly larger size. I can't remember what size he is. I haven't got a ruler with inches, but so he's about 6 centimeters, which I don't know, whoever can do conversions. Hello Kelly, thank you for joining us. I hope you're well. And then I done him like with a smaller kind of little skull, just the half skull without the full face. So that's really good fun, really good fun. And then the next one, so I'll do them and pop them to one side. The next one, we have got 8-legged friends. So you'll recognise these guys, my little spiders. So I did, oh, I'm not very good at showing. I'm like, camera, where are you? I did them in 2 sizes. So you've got like a slightly bigger one and you've got a slightly smaller one. And then we've got a really kind of lovely spider web, really sketchy. And then we've got the kind of sentiments, happy Halloween and have a spooky day. I wanted to get the happy Halloween in there somewhere. But so this extra strand is so you can attach him to the web, or if this doesn't quite fit onto whatever card base you're doing, so if you're doing a 5x7 and these strands don't quite meet, so you've got full coverage, you've got that to infill. So it's a multi-use stamp. Also, you obviously can use it for other things. But that is our 8-legged friend. And he is super cute. Sorry about the glare. Sorry about the glare. I really like that one. To be fair, I like all of them. And then this one, we've got in the dark. So I wanted to have something that can be quite generic and not just kind of Halloween-y. So we've got in the dark, and we've got a moon, a sketchy moon and sketchy candles to work with, which are great for doing your layering, but it's all kind of light orientated. And then the sentiments we've got are, sometimes darkness can show you the light. My thoughts are with you, just in case you want to do a thinking of you type card. And let's get lost in the dark, which is also kind of like a little bit of like a tongue-in-cheek love, like I love you, but you know, without saying it, if that makes sense. So we've got 3 different kind of very different sentiments, but just really good fun. But also, I mean, still Halloween-y, maybe not, but still Halloween-y. So we've got that to work with. And then, so because I loved the skull so much, I designed him, or made him into a die, a layering die. So there's 4 dies in this set. You see there, we've got kind of like what you'd use the white element for, the kind of the background part of it, and the same with the bones. So you build them up like this. So you've got a black element behind. It doesn't have to be, obviously I'm using those colours because they're well known, or not colours, but it just shows it off well. But here's the black and here's the white, so just cut out separately on their own. So you can see how then they go together. But he's a really good size, really good size. Yeah, he's a really good size for being quite a focal point on a card. So he is approximately 7.5 centimeters. So he's like a really good size, I think. And I'll bring some samples in a minute so you can see how I've used them. Oh God, I'm in a right mess today because I've been making samples and stuff, catching up on myself. And then so the next die is to add to my textures collection. We have a spider web die. So this is the same die, the same spider web, but I've created it into a die as this one, but it is in a much bigger scale. As you see, it's much bigger. It's just really good fun. So I've sized it so it's approximately, or it fits approximately a 5x7 card. And so this is to show you, like, it overlaps a little bit in places, but the way you angle it, but then obviously you can cut it down if you want to, or you can and keep it the size it is. I mean, you can use bits of it or all of it. So that, so I've cut it out in black there to see, like, on a background, and then in white, so, you know, so you've really got that punchy white. But I really like the way that this has come out. I think it's really beautiful. And then for my first sentiment die, we've got Boo. 2 pieces to it. Oh, can't quite see it there. I've moved my camera slightly and moved it up so I can be seen. That's the Boo die. 2 parts, so you've got your matte layer behind, and then you've got the actual kind of wording, which you can use together, or, I mean, you can totally use them apart, up to you. But that is Boo. Boo. I'm really pleased with that. I think that's come out really well. It's a really lovely kind of scripty, scribbly font there. So yes, pleased with that. Now, so the other last couple of items we have are our stencils. So we've got stencil set 18, 19, 20. So we've got 18 is these kind of numbers, very kind of industrial. And then, what was I say, 18, 19 is the kind of letters and question marks, just something a little bit different. And then we've got a tire tread. I just really liked it, so thought I would chuck that in there. So number 20, very different. And then our last set is very Halloween-y. We have got set 21, 22, 23. I think I said my numbers out wrong. No, I didn't. We're all right. And we've got bats, like a flock of bats. Is it called a flock of bats? I don't know. We've got a tree, but with the tree, it's, so you've got 2 sizes on it. So I've got them next to me, so you can actually, there we go. So you've got like the smaller size to work with, and you've got the larger size. And they like this on the stencil sheet, so you can just kind of block that off, so you don't, you know, use it, or you can block that off. So I've made it so there's plenty of space to kind of section off bits that you want to use. So we've got 21, 22, and then we've got mummy bandages. This was fun to create. And Jane's done a really nice sample with the skeleton face and this stencil, which I would have never thought of, and I absolutely love the idea. So that is all of the products. So 2 new stencil sets, 3 new die sets, and 3 new stamp sets. 1, 2, 3. So it will be available as a whole collection or as individuals on the show. Let me just read up on messages. Hi Rob. You adore the web die. I've got to say, I'm really pleased with the way that has come out, because it was a bit of a trial and error, because it was taking to create the file from a sketch that I did. I wasn't sure how it would convert, but it actually did it really nicely. How are you supposed to choose? Very difficult. I'm really pleased with, because Halloween is like, let me flippity flu. Halloween is like my absolute favourite time of the year. Oh, Kel, you weren't there at the start, were you? I got fringe, got my hair cut. I haven't got it down because I've got to style it and stuff. Anyway, yeah, I love Halloween. And to be fair, I could have totally done more like I want a Grim Reaper, I want a ghost, I want a cat, I want a raven. I mean, literally the list for Halloween keeps on going, but I don't think people are going to buy Halloween in December, so maybe no Halloween in December. Well, in this household, yes, because we do Nightmare Before Christmas tree. So anyway, I digress. So I'm going to go through some of the samples so you can see the lovely things that Jane has made and the things that I've created for you to kind of inspire you. So I'm going to move that off to the one side. Oh yeah, I haven't had a fringe since I was 3. I said at the beginning of the live, like, and I can't remember why. I just got it into my head that was it. I wanted a fringe. So some of the beautiful things that Jane has created. She's created this beautiful little booklet, like a tag book. So let me try and get right. So we got our little head. He keeps I keep catching him, so I've got to be careful with him. And in here there is the Sentiment Look Beyond. There is this really cool clip, and I'm not sure how you've created that, but have you laminated it and cut it out and then kind of popped it on? It's really cool. And then little sticky notes, and then we've got the skull, we've got the star, we've got some ephemera from the previous collections. I love this. This is fab. This is so creative. And then so from the graffiti collection, I just love it. So it's a totally different way that I would use it, and I love that. And then we've got the shrinkies. These are fab. These are absolutely fab. So I love that. And then she's also created some bunting. Look at this. I got in a bit of a tangle getting it out. Right, that way. How much fun is this? This is fabulous. I love it. So creative and perfect for Halloween decorations, which I hadn't even thought of. I had thought about doing a gift box, like a sweetie gift box, but I hadn't thought of that. And then we've got a fabulous tag using that beautiful purple. So I'll keep on getting out of camera shot. Come on, Kel. Look what you're doing. Not you, Kel, me, Kel. And then, so this was the card that I was on about. So she's used the stencil. And how fab does he look? He looks great. But I would have never thought of that. So I love this. This is really creative. Then we've got some lovely kind of masking techniques, and we've got like the stencils being used. Completely different way to use like the stamps that things that I haven't thought about. Then this is really nice, kind of watercoloured elements. I'm really off to the side today. I moved my camera far too far. This I love. This is one of my favourites. This is fab. Absolutely fab. And I love that she's stamped in the bone. How fab. And I mean, these we go on. I mean, Jane has done such an amazing job of incorporating some of the old stamps from the Victorian collection, and some of the different stencils. We've got the kind of the fencing. Just so clever, and I love this as well. How fab does that look? Ooh. So you can see it still fits. This still fits on a 6x6. Still fits beautifully for your project. Yay! Looks great. Looks great. And we've got a shaker card. We've got the boo. Just love this. They're really nicely put together with the tree and the moon and a skeleton. Yeah. And then this is another one. This is really fab. Once again, another idea that I wouldn't have thought of, which I love. And then we've got the candles, really colourful. We love a bit of rainbow in this place. And then she's gone above and beyond and made artist trading cards. And these all look absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. How fab are all of those? So impressed. And she even photocopied pages from her book and sent them to me, so I know how they were all created, which is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I'm so pleased. And then, so onto a couple of my makes. So we've got the pentagram being used and stencil. We've got the spider and we've got that lovely web. Very simple card. So I am a very simple card maker. Quite often I do try to keep it, well, sometimes depends on the mood, but like that is just, it's fab. I mean, I could have done a few highlights of grey, but I didn't. I don't have to. And then using that sketchy background, that sketchy stamp, I just created that background. Look, the scribbly scribbles. Really, really quick and easy cards. So just stamping, and with the ink, what I did before it dried is I just swiped it down to kind of give it that kind of grungy, weird look. And then once again, just simple stamping, a bit of heat embossing over the top so I could still blend. And then my moon and my bats, got a little flock of bats. Then my candles, a little bit of masking. So really, really simple cards. And then one of the last lives we did when we were playing with some backgrounds, this is what I created with it. So just using that background that we created in a live, which I had sitting around, I then just added that, excuse me, my insides are trying to come out. I just added that die cut piece and then the sentiment boo. Really simple, really quick. Obviously the stenciling took a little bit of time, but when I was putting it together, it was super, super quick. And that was the first one I put together. I was just like, oh, I know what I'm going to use. So this flippity-flu. There we go, flippity-flu. So what do we think? Lots of inspiration. I love it. It's amazing. So thank you, Jane, for your help. It's really nice to have another pair of eyes on something. So, because, you know, I'm making my way and people are making their own. So it's good to see so many different ideas. So I've got to box all this up ready for Thursday. I'm going to pop this behind me, and then shall we do a little stampy? Because I was thinking about doing a little stampy. So I've got two ideas. One is with what like white embossing or just clear embossing, or one, actually I'm going to go for the clean and simple. So what I need is where did I put them? All card bases. Oh, there, I put them under my book. Right, so I'm going to go for a small one, so 6x4 card base ish. They're a bit off, these card bases, but I don't think you can ever find them that they're actually as right as I want them to be. I'm going to move that over just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just going to cut some cardstock down. I've got some beside me. Let's do my black layer. You had so much, oh Jane, I'm so glad you had so much fun using it. I mean, to be fair, it shows because of the amount of samples that you created. Like, it really did. So I'm going to do yours, and then let's do two under. And then that's a little bit too small. Trying to use up a scrappy scrap. Or do I want to use watercolor cardstock? Yes, I do. Do I have any there? No. I need to get some more watercolour cardstock. I'm running out. I do like the stuff that I used to get from Creative Crafting World, but they're not making it anymore. They're yeah, they're not doing it anymore, which is a real shame. I need to find out who their supplier is, don't I? just so I've got a supply of cardstock. Let's see if that will do. So that's about right. So I've just cut it like a few mil down each side. So I'm gonna use, what colour should we go for? Should we go for the purple? Yeah, let's go for purple. I'm gonna go for purple. What purples have I got? That purple. I'll get my splat box. And I'm going to do a little bit of spray. This will be fairly quick actually, what she says. I need to cut, I might cut out a sentiment. No, I might stamp on. So I'm going to do, so I've got watercolour cardstock, just a little bit of a spray. Now I want to move that around a little bit. Sometimes it works really well and sometimes it doesn't. Where is paper towel? Oh, I didn't flip it, flew you around, did I? My bad. There we go. So I want to move this around a little bit. So I'm going to use my paper towel. I'm just going to dab it. Because I also don't need it to be too thick. Fab. Then do I do another colour? Do I? Yeah, I'm going to go green. Have I got a green? Oh, rustic wilderness or lucky clover. Peeled paint. Oh no, that's oxide. No, I don't want an oxide. So, I'll go for some green. And then once again, the same thing as I'm going to put it on there, but I'm going to move it around with my tissue. I know I'm kind of like getting rid of most of it, but I don't want it to be too strong. Then we'll do a little bit of a rub. Fab. That is all I need. Now, stamping platform, where should I put that? I thought I had it next to me there. Oh no, it's in my drawer. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to pop that down. I'm going to use hickory smoke. So we're going for a grey. Oh no, that goes to that one. I'm going to use that spider web. And we're going to take it across there. And let's ink that up. So I've gone for the grey because I want it to be kind of in the background. So I don't want it to be like black and too kind of in your face. I kind of want it to almost just fade, but that's maybe a little bit too light. So give it a good squidge. It's a little bit tricky out there, but on the watercolour cardstock. So we've got like a little impression of spider webs, and then again I just pop that there, lift that up, give it a little inky ink. I am very much looking forward to Halloween because I always go do this. Me and my friends go to a silent disco up the road from us. It's an excuse to dress up. I'm not sure what I'm going to wear this year actually. I haven't decided that yet. But I'm wearing a bit of a special dress on a Thursday. I'm hoping it fits all right still. I designed a circle skirt dress for the clothing company that I used to design for, and I finally got a copy of the dress. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Although the pattern on it is Frankenstein and some other things, but it was the shape of the dress that I did. So I'm just going to use that little filler, and where did I put the block? Oh, I put it there. I'm just going to use the block just to fill those little bits that maybe just need that little bit extra, just to so it reaches. Ooh, it's the other half coughing. I'll take it out of it because I'm getting a little bit pop you there. Was there any more? La 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 la. Just if you're, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but if you are, if you're not fussy, I don't want to say fussy, if that kind of thing annoys you, that's why I created this extra little stamp, because it would annoy me. I don't really know why, but when I'm making, I'm just like, I need that line to reach that spot. So what do we think of the background so far? I think that's looking good. And then I think I'm literally just going to pull in him, and I need to do a sentiment. Should we do the Happy Halloween? Yeah. So, sorry, I've got Vinto. I haven't had Vinto for years, and the last couple of weeks, me and my other half are like literally drinking Vinto all the time now. And now I'm like, oh God, I love Vinto. I used to love Vinto as a kid, but, you know, as an adult, I hadn't. Oh yeah, I wanted to just do a little bit of grey work on there. So I'm going to just do a little bit of squidgy squidge onto my desk. This is all right, this is wipeable. Let's get him out. I want to give him a little bit of, probably just went a little bit too dark there, but oh well. And I should have done this before I stuck him together, but oh well. And I'm just using a blender pen, just going to blend that out, just so we've got a little bit of shading on that one side. Oop. And a little bit more down here. Actually, I might just take that. Oh, I've got to be careful because it's stamping card. It kind of starts to fall apart a little bit too easily. Do you ever start something and go, why did I do that? I kind of feel like that now. Oh well. Just try and take some of that across there. Just that bit. That bit. Yeah, I should have used watercolour cardstock for hidden, but I didn't realise I was going to do this until I decided to do it. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. He's a little bit scrubby wubby, but oh well. He kind of fits in a little bit better now. He is much better. Right, where is my cloth? I've got a cloth. There it is. Just before I make a right mess. So, we've got him. We've got that. Let's stamp our sentiment. And let's hope she stamps it first time. Oh, I think I've put this on the wonk. There we go. Sorry about the head. Ta-da! Okay. Scissors. I think we should pop that on a little bit of black. Oops, daisy. Got to be careful because I know I'm going to end up smudging that everywhere. Which is fine if I'm going for the smudgy look, but no, I've got some bits here we can use. So, glue. Glue. Vinto. Lemonade's Lush. Yeah, I love Vinto. It all came about. So my friend Zoe, she was looking after Theo for me on a Wednesday when I was working before the summer holidays, and she had brought her kids a thing of Vinto, and they didn't like it. So she was like, "Oh, what do I do with it?" And I was like, "I'll have it." So I brought it home, and me and the other half were like, "Oh God, yeah, I love Vinto," and now we've got a big old thing of it. I love Vinto squash. Yeah. You can make that. Am I reading that right? You can curry off. Why is that in the way? I can't read the sentiment. 50 style. Oh, you can carry off 50 style fashion. Do you know I ran a, what is it called? A tea party last Friday for the clients who come to the club for the Macmillan coffee morning, and I was in my 50s get up because I've always worn 50s dresses. It's one of my absolute go-tos. I love them, and I have lots of them. But the problem I have with some of them, they don't have pockets. So when I did this dress for Rob, the corset man who I designed for, it had to have pockets. And but unfortunately, he can't get them made anymore. So I'm lucky I got one. Company he uses is I don't think any, the company he used to manufacture them, there's been a few problems, which is a real shame. Anyway, where's my card base? There's a card base. Let's stick this together. Now, I had some double-sided tape, and there it is. So I'm going to use some double-sided tape on the background and the black. And I think with the 50s style, it is flattering no matter what size you are, and that's why I have gravitated to that style for a long, so many years. And I've got some lovely ones from Vivian of Holloway from, years ago, 10, 15 years ago, that I wore for a friend's wedding. And then there's another company that I really like to use called Lady V, who are a London-based company. I've got some of their more 40s and 20s dresses as well. So whenever I go out dressed up, it's always in a kind of 50s, 40s style. So when I used to go on, when I was demonstrating for other companies, and we were on the original Create and Craft, one of the dresses I wore all the time, I had that dress in about 4 or 5 different colours, but it was a 20s cut dress. I think it's 20s or maybe 30s. And I still have that dress, obviously, but in about 4 or 5 different patterns or solid colours. So I used to wear the turquoise one a lot because turquoise was a good colour for me. But yeah, I love all of that. Now I've got some foam pads, so we can lift that up. But really simple, quick make. This will get added into my book. I also need to, so I haven't decided what I'm so for the show, obviously I have to do some demonstrations. I have no idea yet what I'm going to do, because I usually take something from my book and demonstrate that so I can show how my book works. I don't know, because I've got lots of ideas. These are a bit old and the glue's gone a bit funny on them. Let me just give it a little squidge. There we go. Oh, you can hear my son. He's obsessed with a game called Steal a Brain Rot on Robot Blocks or something. Bless him. Bless his little cottons. Now, there we go. I don't think I've got any purple ribbon, because part of me is like, I'd quite like to just tie some purple ribbon or thread round it. But that'll do. That'll do for a quick make. So, oh, look, I keep on getting out of shot. Shouldn't have been with the camera. What do we reckon? How much fun is that? Yay! I'm going to flippity-flu you. Oh, my son's just behind. Theo, do you want to say hello? Oh no, he's ran off.
Hello.
So Mummy's live to YouTube at the moment. She's got a couple of her lovely followers and friends that are watching. Yeah. So there's a lovely lady called Kelly, another Kelly. Yeah. I think I tell you about Kelly. Yeah. And then I've got Jane, who's been helping me with the samples. Okay. And I've got another Rob. Okay. And a couple of other people. Okay. Bye. Bye. He wants to be a YouTube star one day, because do you know what? My bad. I forgot to flip the camera. But he says hello. He's very sweet, bless him. He wants to be a YouTube star one day. Don't they all? Don't we all? Right. So, really good fun. Really good fun. Really quick make. I like, you know me, I like something that I can make fairly quickly, because I'm always in a rush. Always in a rush. So, yes. So that's it. That's it. Our Halloween collection. Our first Halloween collection. Lots and lots of things. Lots of goodies. I've got so many ideas and just not enough time to make everything I want to make. But it's fine. Yeah. I was thinking that I might be using some of the Halloweeny stuff actually for my Christmas cards. And also, so if you've got the graffiti collection, I think it was me and whoop, nearly went over. Me and Nigel were saying that actually it really does lend itself. Where's the sentiments? So the sentiments could, if you've got the graffiti collection sentiments, they will be on Hobby Maker's website again. They've taken them off because they take them off after a period of time. They will work really well with this collection too. So yeah, if you want a happy birthday, a Halloweeny happy birthday, then that'll work as well. Sorry, that's me boards. Yeah, it will be a Halloweeny Christmas. I'm gonna have to find some kind of Christmas. I had one years ago. I have it. Bear with. This is old. If I've got it, I do. So years ago, Stampin' Up did this punch, which is a Santa hat. How fab is that? Let's have a little quick. Because, that is just, that'll be absolutely amazing. Right, well, where's that bit gone then? Chippity chop one. Another one. There we go. Okay. Then a bit of white. Just need a little bit of white for there. I'm going to put it together for you. So this is super old. This punch. Like I said, I've had this for ages. I'm going to flip you, and we're gonna put a Santa hat on him. So it cuts out. I've cut out too because I couldn't see where the bobbly bit had gone, but is there. So it cuts out these 3 shapes to make a Santa hat. Oh, I should have done a white bubble, shouldn't I? Need a white bubble. There we go. White bubble. It's not quite big enough, but I mean, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? Where's the glue gone? I fell over. So, a little bit of glue on the top bit there. Let's do it on that bit. I might have to release at some point like some little additions to go with the skeleton. Oh no. The glue is a bit... Come on, stay on. Stay on. Stay on. There we go. It's not quite big enough, but how funny is that? I've got a little Santa hat. Sorry, that was a real out of nowhere. A little Santa hat. Skeleton. Oh, he will fit on the stamp actually, won't he? Where's the stamp? Yeah, look, it'll fit on the stamp. I can definitely do Halloween, Christmas. I might see if I can just recreate that somehow. My cutting machine, which I probably will be able to. Oh, I love a punch. All of the punches that I have, 99% of them are Stampin' Up punches. They are brilliant. I love them. I love a punch. So they are the bottom drawer because they're so heavy. So heavy. Anyway, that was a total deviation as per usual. Total deviation, sorry about that. For our mini. Oh my god, I really wish I had done some. Oh my god, it's so fun. I love it. Sorry, let me read back comments that I've missed. Not sure which one. Super exciting. Web you could use for... Yeah, so the web I could... Yes, Rob. So I saw your little comment about that, which made me go off in a tangent. Definitely use the web in Christmas cards. You need the punch. Yeah. It's really annoying that the thingy puts stuff over like the bit that I'm trying to read. And it doesn't... Why does it not come up on here? Why does it not come up on here? Let me get this one back. So many screens open. Need the punch. Please do a die set. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, aren't I? It'll be really good fun. I don't think I'll get it done this Christmas though. Take that die cut in on Thursday. I will actually. I might do that. Just you know my. Yeah, I think that's hilarious. Anyway, so brilliant fun. So thank you guys so much for joining me this evening, going through the new collection and just for fun as usual. But Halloween collection will be on the telly screens on Thursday at 7 o'clock. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do, which I'm sure you are. Give us a like and thumbs up on all of those things. For some reason that YouTube doesn't always, it doesn't save it. Like if I go in to, what's the word? If I do a live and then I cut it like the first bit because I don't know, because the screen's on for 5 minutes, then it gets rid of all the comments and stuff, which is really annoying. So I'm not really sure about that. But anyway, where was I going with that? Anyway, so also if you purchase on Thursday, order deliveries will be picked up on Monday. That's just how it will work. I have to kind of book it in advance, and so they're collecting on Monday for me, well, hopefully, because the last couple of times they've not bothered to come and collect, and they've turned up on random other days when I don't have any parcels. It's very annoying, but anyway, that's a me problem. So they will be shipped out on Monday, and then they will be live on my website probably on Sunday. If you don't want to buy through Hobby Maker, totally up to you. Anyway, but all the prices will be exactly the same. I think that's it. So a last goodbye, dear friends out there, and thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Jane, so much for your help. Really appreciate that. As I said at the beginning, if you don't follow Jane, please follow her on the social medias and all that, because she's been a great help to me. And that's about it. I will see you on the telly box on Thursday, and I will see you next Tuesday. So goodbye. I do it every time. I'm like, is it that button? Is it this button? Which